Now, this is the Fox 11 News at 5.
From now until Election Day, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the state propositions that will be on the ballot. There's so many of them, they can become confusing.
Yeah, we're going to start with Prop 15, which has been called the biggest change to California's tax system in a generation. So it will hike property taxes on big businesses, raising billions for schools and local governments.
All right, so Hal Eisner is breaking down the pros and the cons of Prop 15.
In 1978, escalating housing prices drove California voters to the polls to approve Proposition 13. It amended the state constitution and provided that property taxes had to be based on the purchase price of a home or a business. It also provided that annual increases had to be capped to a certain amount. Now comes Proposition 15.
California has been carrying the corporate bottom lines for massive corporations for 42 years, and we just can no longer subsidize it anymore.
John Kim represents the Yes on Proposition 15 side.
Vote yes on Prop 15.
He says Prop 15 has a couple of goals. One, to help education and local governments by splitting the tax rolls, separating business and residential accounts, and getting big businesses to pay more money. $12 billion in more money, 40% of which would go to schools, K-12 through community colleges. 60%, he says, would go to local governments, cities, counties, fire and water districts, for example, but not the state. And this is important, homeowners, home businesses, and agriculture would not, he says, be affected. Now meet Tracy Hernandez. She doesn't like Proposition 15. She's the CEO of the LA County Business Federation.
Prop 15 is a terrible, huge property tax increase that's going to crush small businesses and all the Californians who can least afford it by raising the cost on everything we have to buy.
No on 15.
Hernandez claims if Prop 15 passes, it could be fatal to some small businesses. And then there's the debate over whether Prop 15 is step one of a process that down the road would take down Proposition 13. John Kim from Yes on Prop 15.
There's no strategy in the coalition that says this is step one, moving on to residential next. That's sort of a conspiracy theory that's being laid out by the opposition.
And Tracy Hernandez with No on Prop 15 gets the last word in this story.
They would actually like to undo all of the Prop 13 protections, but what they're doing is taking political calculations. And so right now they're saying, let's just split commercial property from residential. Let's get this big new tax increase now. We'll get that underway. Then we can come back later because we still need more money. And we see this as the money grab. And we'll come back later and address the homeowners.
But you get the last word on all of the propositions, including Proposition 15. I'm Hal Eisner, Fox 11 News.
More to come on the props here on Fox 11. There's a lot to learn there.